students, today we'll discuss about Chapter 6 Physical and Chemical Changes. Let's begin with chapter summary. Changes can be of two types, physical and chemical. Physical changes are changes in the physical properties of substances. No new substances are formed in these changes. These changes may be reversible. In chemical changes, new substances are produced. Some substances can be obtained in pure state from their solution by crystallization. Example, salt obtained by evaporation of seawater. Now let's move to exercises. So the first question is, classify the changes involved in the following processes as physical or chemical changes. So number A is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process of making food for plants. So it's a chemical change because it leads to the formation of chlorophyll, which is food for plants. Dissolving sugar in water is a physical change because there is no chemical reaction involved. It's just mixing sugar with water. Burning of coal is a chemical change because when we burn coal, it results in the evolution of gases like carbon dioxide and formation of charcoal like charcoal or ash. Melting of wax is a physical change. Again, beating aluminium to aluminium foil, this results in change of shape, so it's a physical change. Digestion of food is a chemical change because it involves in breakdown of food compounds like various carbohydrates and like proteins, etc., are broken down, and so the chemical properties are involved, so it's a chemical change. Number 2, state whether the following statements are true or false. In case of statement is false, write the corrected statement in your notebook. Okay, so I'll tell you the correct statement, you may note down. Like cutting a log of wood into pieces is a chemical change. So students, the answer is false because cutting of wood will result to change in the physical properties of wood. The size will get reduced, so it's a physical change. The answer is false. Formation of manure from leaves is a physical change. Again, it's false because formation of manure from leaves involves chemical changes because the leaves are decomposed so that manure can be formed. So the answer is false. Iron pipes coated with zinc do not get rusted easily. True, because if we coat an iron pipe, the moisture contact and the air contact will get prevented, so it won't get rusted easily. Iron and rust are same substances. No, they have different chemical properties, so the statement is false. Condensation of steam is not a chemical change. True, because steam condenses to like water droplets, the chemical properties are same, so it's not a chemical change. The next question, fill in the blanks. Okay, let's see. When carbon dioxide is passed through lime water, it turns milky due to the formation of calcium carbonate. Because if we see the reaction involved when we like lime water and calcium carbonate, lime water is CaOH2, and when CO2 is added to it, it will result in the formation of calcium carbonate, which is CaCO3. The chemical name of baking soda. This is an easy question. It's sodium hydrogen carbonate. Now, two methods by which rusting of iron can be prevented. So rusting of iron can be prevented, like we have to put a layer so that the iron surface does not come in contact with air and moisture. So we can either paint it or grease, so painting or greasing, or galvanization, which is another process of putting a coat upon the iron layer. This involves zinc, and so rusting can be stopped or prevented. Changes in which only dash properties of a substance change are called physical changes. Of course, physical properties. Changes in which new substances are formed are called chemical changes. This is an easy question. When baking soda is mixed with lemon juice, bubbles are formed. With evolution of gas, what type of change is it? Explain. Okay, the answer goes like this. The reaction between baking soda and lemon juice is shown like this. Lemon juice plus baking soda will result into bubbles, that is CO2 plus some other substances. So basically lemon juice contains citric acid and baking soda is sodium hydrogen carbonate. So when both of them are added together, it results in the formation of bubbles, which is none other than carbon dioxide. So the chemical properties are changed, so it's a chemical change. Moving on to next question. When a candle burns, both physical and chemical changes takes place. Identify these changes. Give another example of a familiar process in which both the chemical and physical changes take place. So the answer is, when a candle burns, both physical and chemical changes occur. We know this. How? Physical changes, like when the wax in the candle melts away. This is due to vaporization of melted wax. So this is a physical change. The chemical changes, when we burn a candle, certain vapors are evolved. These vapors gives carbon dioxide, heat and light. The other example just like this is LPG. LPG is a substance in which physical change is when LPG comes out of cylinder and is converted from liquid to gaseous state, and chemical change occurs when gas burns in air. This we can see in our daily household use, like when we cook food we use gas. That gas LPG cylinder, first of all when we switch on the gas, it's in the form of a gas, we can smell it. So there the liquid turns to gaseous state, and when we use lighter and burn it, it's in air, it results into light formation, and heat, it evolves heat also. So it results in both physical and chemical change. How would you show the setting of curd is a chemical change? Number 6. So the answer to this is, like, we can say that setting of curd is a chemical change because curd results due the formation of curd is from milk. So curd is maybe sour or maybe sweet if you add sugar to it during settling. But the basic point to this question is, the properties of curd and milk are different. Curd is formed using milk. So we can say that setting of curd is a chemical change, as the substance originally used in the process of setting curd is milk, which has different chemical properties than curd. Also, the smell and taste of both are not same. Yeah, you can check it in your house itself if you have curd at home. So the answer is, curd, setting of curd is a chemical change. Number 7. Explain why burning of wood and cutting into small pieces are considered as two different types of changes. So, burning of wood results in the formation of new substances, and these are like this: wood plus oxygen. Like if you heat it, then it will result in the formation of charcoal, carbon dioxide, heat and light. So this is a chemical change. Again, if you cut into small pieces, like if you cut the wooden particle object with a small into small pieces, then the size of the object will change, and this will be a physical change. So burning of wood is a chemical change, and cutting it into small pieces is a physical change. Number 8. Describe how crystals of copper sulfate are prepared. So this is a small experiment you can do if you have the components at home. So let us take a cup full of water in a beaker and add few drops of dilute sulfuric acid. Now heat the water. When it starts boiling, and add copper sulfate powder slowly to it. Continue to add the powder till no more powder can be dissolved. During this process, continuously stir the solution, filter it and leave it for cooling. After some time, we can see the crystals of copper sulfate. Explain. Number 9. Explain how painting of iron gate prevents it from rusting. Answer is very simple. Rusting occurs in the presence of oxygen and moisture. Painting prevents the contact of iron with oxygen and moisture and hence saves it from rusting. Number 10. Explain why rusting of iron objects is faster in coastal areas than in deserts. Answer to this question is: in coastal regions, the moisture contained in air is more than in deserts, so the rusting of iron object is faster in coastal areas than in deserts. Number 11. The gas we use in the kitchen is called liquefied petroleum gas. In the cylinder it exists as a liquid. When it comes out from the cylinder, it becomes a gas, change A, then it burns, change B. The following statement pertain to these changes. Choose the correct one. Number 1. Process A is a chemical change. Process B is a chemical change. Number 3. Both process A and B are chemical changes. None of these processes is a chemical change. This we have discussed in the earlier example. So the answer is number 2. Process B is a chemical change. Number 12. Anaerobic bacteria digest animal waste and produce biogas. Change A. The biogas is then burnt as a fuel. Change B. The following statement pertain to these changes. Choose the correct one. Process A is a chemical change. Process B is a chemical change. Both processes A and B are chemical changes. None of these processes is a chemical change. So the answer is both of them are chemical changes, because when an anaerobic bacteria digests animal waste and produces biogas, the chemical properties of the animal waste changes as it is used to produce biogas. So it is a chemical change. And similarly, biogas when burnt, like gas is burnt, it results in the production of heat and light. So it's a chemical change again. That's it. So the answer is 3. Both A and B are chemical changes. Thank you.